this year. The dude almost averaged a triple-double with 30 points for a winning team. He was a monster in the playoffs. And by the way, there is room for improvement. Yes, on the defensive end, but even on the offensive end, he can shoot the three better than that. You can see his form and see he's going to be able to shoot the three better than that, but he took a ton of game and, by the way, was only hitting about under 32% of them. What happens when he starts to hit 34 and 35% of them? You know what's going to happen? What I just said, 30-plus points with a triple-double. Only, unlike Harden early in his career, Perk, he has shown the ability to elevate his play in the playoffs. I think Doncic is an MVP player, or certainly an MVP caliber player. He's that already. And I think Porzingis is much closer to that than people realize. They also both have real size. There's no LeBron or AD. I think those two will come closest this season.
Well, you're wrong, Max, and it's not even close. After LeBron and AD is Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. We talking about two of the most skilled athletes to ever touch the damn basketball, and it's not even a debate. When you look at Kevin Durant, he's the best scorer of all time. Zero flaws offensively. An underrated defender. He is going to come back on a tear. I told you this once before that he missed a year and a half of basketball. For KD, that's torture. And he cannot wait to get back on the court. And then you add Kyrie Irving, one of the best, if not the best ball handler, the best below the basket finisher that this game has ever laid its eyes on. Comparing those two up on the same team, they're going to be an offensive. It's going to be a masterpiece what they're going to be doing offensively. And you look at Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, both of those guys are capable of winning the MVP this year. One or the other. It could be Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie Irving's mind is right, he's one of the best point guards in the game today, if not the best point guard. So you have two guys that cannot be guarded one-on-one, that cannot be guarded by a double team. Two of guys that are the most skilled to ever play the game. One of them is the best scorer to ever touch the basketball. That is the second best duo behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And it's not even a debate. Look, no disrespect to Luka. I'm a huge fan of Luka, but KP is not healthy, so he won't be starting the season. We don't know how he's going to come back, like you always say, almost always. If a guy have three surgeries on his knees at 7'2", he might not come back the same way. So we don't know how KP is going to come back. But we do know that at the start of the season, we're going to see Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So I know that much. And they the second best duo behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Well, there's a lot wrong with what you just said. Number one, you're right about the knee surgery, of course. And we have to see, although Porzingis was very, very good when he was healthy in the playoffs last year. And in fact, I thought with Porzingis and Doncic on the court, they were clearly better than the Clippers. I think they would have won the series if he stayed healthy. But he didn't stay healthy, and that's legitimate. You know what else? He's not coming back from an Achilles, Perk. KD is coming back from an Achilles. And I know they're playing pickup ball and everything in California, all these kind of things. Let me see it on an NBA floor. Let me see Durant still be Durant. Then I might agree with you. We haven't seen that yet. And in terms of Kyrie Irving, not only has he had chemistry issues almost wherever he's gone, his presence on a team has somehow, even though I agree, if it's a skills competition, just pure skills, obviously KD and Kyrie, because Kyrie might be the most skillful player I've ever seen. You know, like Kobe Bryant, you have a few guys where you think, oh, my God, they can do everything. Kyrie is one of the best handles ever. Kyrie can shoot the lights out. Kyrie is the best finisher under the rim of all time, at least that I've ever laid my eyes on.
I just said that.
But too often, teams he's been on have not performed as well with him on it. So, like, how do you figure that one? And in terms of an MVP, Kyrie's never sniffed an MVP. Never sniffed it. He's been in the league. He's been healthy in the league. He's been on great teams. He's been on bad teams. He's been the primary ball handler. He's been on teams where his usage rate was not as high. He's had great teammates. He's been in the league a long time. He has never sniffed an MVP, Perk.
Well, I tell you one thing. I tell you this. Kyrie and Kevin Durant are champions, so that goes to show me that both of those guys know the necessary sacrifices and the necessary type of style of play that they need to do to go out there and play with each other. And I'm trying to tell you, Max, is that with that much firepower between those two players, I don't see no one stopping them, period. If Kevin Durant is off, Kyrie is going for 50. If Kyrie is off, Kevin Durant is going for 50. I'm looking at this Brooklyn Nets team, and I'm guaranteeing you right now that both of these guys are going to average 25-plus points a night, and that Brooklyn is probably going to be the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And so with that being said, That's why they're going to be the best duo behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Well, if KD is off, I have no doubt Kyrie can go for 50, but will the Nets win that game? That's the question I have. And in terms of the health of all four guys, the size of them, the skills of them, what can they do? The best matchup for me, LeBron and AD, the duo I think has the best chance to come closest to those two are Luka, who I believe will win the MVP this year. Kind of came close last year, really. And Porzingis, who I think people are totally sleeping on. If he is healthy, he's a monster. Also, Perk, you keep calling KD the best scorer of all time. If that were true, he'd average more points than Jordan in an era where it's easier to average more points, and he'd score more efficiently than Jordan. However, Michael Jordan not only scored more than KD, won more than KD, but scored more efficiently than KD.
No, that's not true, Max. That's not true, Max. That's not true.
Yeah,
KD is one of the most efficient scorers that we ever saw. Have Michael Jordan ever finished in the 50-90-40 club?
Look it up.
Has Michael Jordan ever finished in the 90-50-40 club? Answer that.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know if he ever shot, if he had 90 from the line in the same year he shot over 40 from three and 50 from the field. I'd have to look that up. But he is a more efficient scorer throughout his career. Perk, by the numbers, he's more efficient than KD, just so you know. You could look it up. Jordan's more efficient scorer than KD.
No,
and he's a better scorer than
by
KD.
By the eye test, Max, since you just a numbers guy, by the eye test, KD is the best scorer that I've ever seen. He has zero flaws to his game. I'm old enough to know that I watched Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant play the game of basketball. I'm old enough to know that, Max.
By the eye test, let me tell you something. For those, the numbers say Jordan. The numbers say Jordan. But everyone who lived through that era and put their eyeballs on him, no, the numbers don't even do him justice. And they say Jordan.
Max, let me ask you a question. What was Jordan's biggest flaw offensively, on the offensive end? He couldn't shoot the three ball as well, right?
Three-point shot early in his career. Three-point shot early in his career. Three-point shot. Then he developed the three as it became more important.
Can you give me any flaws that KD have offensively? Name one.
Being more well-rounded to start your career does not make you a better scorer. Michael Jordan averaged more points and did so more efficiently. I'm not making that up.
Max, he also took more shots, okay? But can you answer the question?
Making it more impressive.
Name one flaw that Kevin Durant has offensively.
The most well-rounded doesn't mean you're the best, nor does it mean you're the most efficient. The fact that Jordan was also taking more shots,
I'm just telling you,
he puts the distance between him and KD even greater. He's taking more shots, and he's more efficiently making them.
It's nothing that Kevin Durant can't do offensively. Nothing. He has mid-range. He has post-ups. He has the tray ball. He has a better handle than Michael Jordan. He has the one-leg fadeaway like Dirk. I mean, it's nothing that Kevin Durant can't do. We haven't witnessed anything. It would never be a mimic of a Kevin Durant. It would never be another Kevin Durant in this lifetime, period. We've seen a mimic of Michael Jordan in the late Kobe Bryant, but we will never see another.
You know why you saw a mimic of Michael Jordan? Because the whole world was trying to be like Mike, Perk. Why do you think that was? Literally, the whole world was trying to be like Mike. Kobe almost did it. But that's why you saw that. Because everyone changed everything they did. You know why KD faces the basket at 7 feet? Because Michael Jordan existed. Everyone wanted to be like Mike.
Max, you probably was in your driveway trying to be like Mike. It didn't work. I'm telling you, KD has zero flaws offensively, and we haven't witnessed
KD is one of the greatest scorers of all time
in NBA history.
No doubt. KD is one of the greatest scorers of all time. I wouldn't doubt a single thing you said. It's simply the only argument I have with you is when you refer to him as the greatest scorer ever, it's factually incorrect. He averaged fewer points. He was less efficient than Jordan, which makes Jordan even more impressive. He took more shots, and he was more efficient making them than everyone, than KD, than Wilt Chamberlain, than Kareem, than everybody. Just to clean that up for people.
Max Kellerman, Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors, where if KD wanted to, he could lead the league in scoring every single year. He went and joined the Golden State Warriors, and he sacrificed, and he still averaged about 25 to 26 points a game and still shot over 50% from the field and 40% from the three. So what are you talking about, Max? Like, he had limited touches.
What I'm talking about is, you just said it yourself.
Where he was 12. Max, what I'm telling you is
he joined a 73-win Warriors team in order to win a championship because he couldn't do it until he did that. Michael Jordan led a team to winning a championship with 72 wins.
But now you all over the place. We're not talking about championships. I'm telling you about how efficient Kevin Durant is and how lethal he is on the offensive end, that he don't need a lot of touches to go out there and have 30 points. He's one of the few that I've seen that can have 18 shots and have 35 points. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah. There are different ways to get to the number, Perk, but what you're talking about is efficiency. And just FYI, he was less efficient to score than Michael Jordan. So, in fact, Jordan, in terms of number of shots per points, was better than KD. Jordan was also better at scoring more points than KD. Jordan was also better at leading teams to championships than KD. All I'm saying is you can make all your KD points. You don't want to bring up MJ. Just don't do it. Don't do it to KD.
Max, listen. I said what I said, all right? KD have zero flaws. You couldn't name one. I told you Michael Jordan had one flaw. He couldn't shoot the three ball. So you still couldn't give me a flaw that Kevin Durant had.
Well, actually, he could have.